Representatives of the American Policy Center were on Capitol Hill today to present more than 300,000 petitions in support of legislation to remove the U.S. from the United Nations. At a news conference, the center's president was joined by the author of the bill, Texas Republican Congressman Ron Paul, and others. It's about 45 minutes.
Good morning and welcome. I'm Ken Snyder, Executive Director of the Liberty Study Committee. This morning we have some speakers who are going to be giving their particular views on the United Nations Millennium Summit, the United Nations itself, sovereignty, the U.S. role in the United Nations, as well as the expression of thousands of Americans throughout the United States. We plan to have the program in at 9:30. Our first speaker is Congressman Ron Paul from the 14th District of Texas. Dr. Paul?
Thank you very much. It's nice to be here this morning. It's almost intimidating to look at these boxes and just wonder who's been writing letters. And I hope the members of Congress get the message. We're here today to talk a little bit about national sovereignty. I tell my people back home that I'm still old-fashioned enough to believe in the sovereignty of the United States. And that usually elicits great applause because they know that there's a lot of people up here that aren't much interested in American sovereignty. What they're talking about up here is how you cooperate in a globalist type of government. And I guess the best evidence for that is what we're frantically, as a Congress, doing right now to accommodate the World Trade Organization by changing our tax law. Because we have until October 1st to change tax laws for the foreign corporation tax that they have ruled does not conform with the WTO. But this is an example to me on how we have sacrificed so much. I am not an isolationist. I believe in free and open trade and free travel. But I believe the way we spread our message is by example, but not by world government. Today we have a foreign policy that is driven by the United Nations. We put troops under UN command. NATO determines what we do. We have literally put our soldiers under command of foreign generals. This is very annoying and something that the American people do not support, and yet it continues. We have become the world policeman acting under a UN banner. We follow the tax laws, which is driven by world government, and actually we're in a welfare system through the World Bank. So we have three arms of the United Nations, which we have capitulated to. The first, the International Monetary Fund, which is the financial arm of the globalist-type government. And the welfare arm is the World Bank, and of course the management of trade is the World Trade Organization. Unlike others who claim they're for free trade, I do not like the managed trade through the World Trade Organization. This is literally managed trade because it sanctions tariffs and actually permits a trade war to go on, but not determined by the United States Congress. This is the reason that we have coalition building on many of these issues, not just conservative constitutionalists, but also people from the left who see this an attack. We may well disagree with what their solutions are to the problems of labor law and environmental law, but they're about as fed up with an international government dictating to us what environmental law and labor law should be. And this is the reason we literally see tens of thousands of people rallying in the streets today condemning this movement. And as the UN moves forward into this century, we who have been fighting this attempt to undermine our national sovereignty see this as a threat. We see this as a threat to our sovereignty, to our freedoms, to our principles, and therefore we are alarmed. Evidently, others are alarmed too. We see a lot of petitions here. Tom DeWeese from the American Policy Center has been working on this issue for a long time, and I compliment him for being able to galvanize the American people. I actually believe this is a small number of people that are concerned, and there will be a lot more, and this will be a growing number once the American people realize what's actually happening with our sacrifice. A lot of people complain about the sacrifice of our liberties from the local level to the federal level, that we get too many dictates from the federal government, that the EPA comes and tells us exactly what to do in our various states. But now we're going one level further, and we're having treaties that are designed by internationalists, the Kyoto Treaty that will come in and dictate to the United States the particular laws. So it's not that we reject the ideas that we should deal with these problems, and it's not that we believe that we should not have trade with other nations. It's that we reject the notion that the American citizens should give up their freedoms and their sovereignty to some international government organization. So I welcome all of you here today, and am very pleased that I can participate in this event.
Thank you, Dr. Paul.